My child, breathe. Because what you are about to feel in your heart is not a coincidence, not imagination, not a random message meant for everyone. God says this directly to you, quietly, urgently, almost trembling with divine intensity. I am begging you, listen to me. Tonight at 11:11 p.m., a rare miracle opens just for your soul. Do not tell anyone. This moment is sacred. It is meant only for you. And when it begins, it will happen fast, within 2 minutes. Open your heart now. You are safe. Nothing will go wrong with you. God is with you. Heaven surrounds you. The angels have already taken position around your home, your path, your destiny. You only need to trust, breathe, and let God's presence move through you. And now, let the message begin. God is whispering your name in a way you haven't felt in years. You may not realize this, but for days, weeks, even months, something heavy has been pressing on your chest, a weight that made you feel like you were walking alone, carrying your burdens without help. God saw that. God watched every moment where you pretended to be fine just so nobody else would worry. God watched every tear that fell silently when the world thought you were strong. God saw the nights you wanted peace but your mind refused to rest. And God says, I have not forgotten you. You think you have been waiting for me. But my child, I have been waiting for you. Tonight is not like any other night. There is a shift in the heavens, something rare, something so extremely powerful that only a chosen few feel it. And out of millions and millions of souls, God chose you. God is begging you because this moment cannot be missed. This moment will not come again in the same way. The gates of a hidden blessing will open at exactly 11:11 p.m., and for 2 minutes, the spiritual vibration around you will rise so high that your inner world, your emotions, your destiny, your energy, your path, will align in a way that only heaven can orchestrate. God says, I need your heart open. I need your trust. Do not be afraid. Nothing will hurt you. Nothing will go wrong. You are divinely protected. You have been walking with a sense of emptiness in certain areas of your life, even if you didn't admit it. Sometimes the people you love didn't understand your pain the way you hoped. Sometimes you forgave more than you received. Sometimes you stood by people who didn't stand by you when you needed them most. But God never left. Even when you felt ignored, abandoned, or unseen, heaven was watching over you. Tonight, heaven does more than watch. Tonight, heaven intervenes. God says, you are chosen to experience a cleansing, a breakthrough, and a miracle that will rewrite the next chapter of your life. This miracle is not loud. It is not dramatic in the way the world sees drama. It is quiet. It is personal. It is sacred. It happens in the unseen first, inside your spirit, inside your destiny, inside everything that has been blocked or delayed. At 11:11 p.m., an invisible light will fall over your pathway. God calls it the realignment light. This light does not appear to everyone, because not every soul is prepared to handle it. But your heart has been calling out for change, relief, direction, and divine intervention. Even when you didn't speak it out loud, God heard the silent ache. This miracle will begin by loosening what has been tightening you emotionally. Every pressure, every fear, every self-doubt you've been carrying will start dissolving slowly. You will not see it with your eyes at first, but you will feel something shift, something as gentle as a breath, something warm around your chest, something calm in your mind, as if someone wiped away the noise in a single instant. God says, I am touching your life in a way you have never felt before. Trust the feeling when it comes. There is something else God is revealing. Something that has been behind the scenes for a very long time. Someone has been praying for you, someone whose love for you still reaches heaven. This person may not be near you physically. They may be far away, or gone from this world, or unable to speak to you directly. But their soul has been crying out for your protection and your blessings. God says, your miracle tonight is connected to someone who loves you more than you know. This spirit has been watching over you. They have been sending signs, dreams, strange sensations, repeating numbers, sudden memories, unexpected emotions. You thought you were imagining it, but you were not. God says your spiritual connection is real. Tonight at 11:11 p.m., this connection strengthens. You will feel warmth, guidance, and clarity that you haven't felt in years. It may feel like someone is standing beside you. It may feel like someone is placing their hand gently on your shoulder. You are not imagining that. It is divine presence. It is heaven touching your world. God says, you have been struggling for too long. Tonight marks the beginning of your release. The financial worry that has drained your energy. The relationships that exhausted your spirit. The disappointments that bruised your heart. The fears that kept you awake at night. The unanswered prayers that made you feel forgotten. God is stepping into all of it at once. This is why the miracle is rare, because it resets things that should have broken you. It repairs things that you thought were permanently damaged. It calls blessings toward you that were delayed by circumstances, people, or spiritual interference. For 2 minutes tonight, the blockage gets removed. The path gets cleared. Your name gets lifted in the spiritual realm. God says, you are stepping into a phase where blessings will find you with ease. The struggle is ending. But God also says something else. Something tender, something honest. You've been strong for too long. You don't have to pretend anymore. I am here. And this time, I am not just watching. I am acting. You may feel emotional tonight. You may feel goosebumps, warmth, or tears for no reason. That is heaven softening your heart so the miracle can enter. Let it happen. Do not hold it back. You have carried pain with dignity, now you will receive blessings with grace. God says, I will restore what was lost. I will replace what was broken. I will lead you where you were meant to be. There is something else, something deeply personal. God reveals that someone has spoken your name with jealousy, fear, or negativity. But tonight, that energy gets cut away from you permanently. You don't need to fight. You don't need to worry. God already handled it. Your protection tonight is stronger than anything that rises against you. Angels stand at the four corners of your life, guarding your home, your sleep, your mind, your spirit, your destiny. Nothing dark, nothing harmful, nothing negative can enter. God says, you are safe. You are protected. You are mine. And now, God prepares you for the final part of this divine moment. At 11:11 p.m., you must simply pause. Close your eyes. Place your hand on your heart. Whisper a simple prayer, not long, not complicated, not rehearsed. Just speak what feels real, even if you cannot think of words, even if your heart only whispers, God, I trust you. That is enough. God hears what your heart cannot speak. The miracle will enter within those 2 minutes. You may not see everything instantly, but something will shift tonight that changes your tomorrow. Opportunities will begin aligning. Unexpected blessings will arise. People who are meant for your journey will appear. Things you feared would collapse will suddenly stabilize. Peace will begin settling inside you like a gentle weight. God says, what was heavy will become light. What was unclear will become clear. What was delayed will begin moving toward you. This message is not meant to scare you. It is meant to prepare you. It is meant to hold your hand. It is meant to calm your spirit. It is meant to remind you that you are chosen, protected, and deeply loved. Tonight is your night. Tonight is your turning point. Tonight is your divine confirmation that you are not alone. God says, do not doubt me. Do not fear. Just open your heart, and I will open the miracle. You are safe. You are blessed. You are chosen. And heaven is with you, right now, surrounding you, embracing you, holding you. Your miracle begins tonight at 11:11 p.m., my beloved, as you open these words. Something within you is already shifting, because heaven has been whispering your name since the moment you woke today. God says He has been waiting for this exact moment, the moment your spirit would be quiet enough, open enough, and ready enough to receive what He has held in His hands for so long. God says He is begging you, not in weakness but in divine urgency, because what He is preparing for you tonight at 11:11 p.m. is not ordinary, not common, not something that happens to everyone. It is a rare miracle, a moment in time stitched by God Himself, created only for your soul, written only for your destiny, and carried only for your heart. He wants you to know that what is coming in these 2 minutes will shake everything around you. Not with fear, but with a deep reassurance that heaven has never forgotten you. God says that He has watched every moment you cried silently while pretending you were fine. He watched every time you asked him quietly in your heart, "When will my miracle come? When will things change for me? When will I finally breathe without worry?" And he says this is why he is begging you, because you have endured quietly, humbly, with pain nobody fully understood, and yet you never stopped hoping, even if your hope was small, even if it flickered, even if it was tired. God has seen your endurance. He has seen your heart. He has seen your tears. And he says that tonight at 11:11 p.m., he is returning everything that was taken from you, stolen from you, delayed for you, or withheld from you because of other people's jealousy, lies, or interference. Heaven is asking you to keep this quiet. Not because it's a secret you must hide in fear, but because the miracle assigned to you tonight is too pure to be spoken prematurely. God says some people around you don't deserve to hear about it. Some people cannot handle it. Some people would try to bring their doubts into your sacred moment. Some would speak negativity. Some would pretend happiness but carry envy. And God says this miracle is not for them. It is for you. Your soul. Your destiny. Your future. Your calling. Your journey. Nobody else's energy is allowed to interfere. So keep it in your heart like a treasure you guard with your life. God says that in these 2 minutes, yes, exactly 2 minutes, something powerful will shift around you. Something in the atmosphere that your physical eyes may not see immediately, but your spirit will feel. You may feel a sudden cold breeze or warmth on your hands. You may feel your chest tighten and release. You may feel a sudden wave of peace wash over you. You may feel a heaviness leave your body. You may feel a sudden sense of being watched over, protected, or embraced. This is not imagination. This is heaven moving. This is God reaching into your timeline and rearranging pieces you thought were broken forever. God says He is removing the spiritual weight you have carried for so long. The heaviness that made you tired even after sleeping. The invisible burden that others could not see but you felt every single day. The pressure that squeezed your chest, the fear that visited you at night, the doubts that tried to convince you that nothing would ever change. God says, that ends tonight. At 11:11 p.m., I am lifting what has been pressing you down. He wants you to know that nothing will go wrong with you during this process. You are safe. You are protected. You are surrounded by angels who have been instructed to stand beside you as heaven opens a door that was locked for years. God says all He needs from you is trust, not fear. Not hesitation, not overthinking, not doubt, just trust. Even if your trust feels small. Even if it feels fragile. Even if you don't know how to completely let go. God says that whatever trust you can offer Him is enough for tonight. He wants you to pray before 11:11 p.m. and simply say, God, I am ready. Even if your readiness is imperfect, even if you feel nervous, even if you feel unsure, that sentence will be your spiritual signature. It will confirm your permission for heaven to begin the miracle. God says your prayer doesn't need to be long, it just needs to be sincere. God says this rare miracle is not random. It is not accidental. It is connected to everything you've survived. Everything you've lost. Everything you've endured silently. Every moment where you felt abandoned, yet kept walking. Every moment you chose kindness even when people were cruel. Every time you went without so others could have. Every moment you forgave people who did not deserve forgiveness. Every moment you held on to faith even when you felt foolish for believing. God says there is a blessing attached to your name that no human hand can sabotage anymore. There were people who tried. People who unknowingly worked against your destiny. People who spoke negativity over your life. People who judged you without knowing your story. People who wanted you to stay small because your soul intimidated them. God says all of that is ending. The spiritual interference is being cut. The blockages are being removed. The delays are being reversed. The conflicts are being silenced. Tonight's miracle is a realignment. A restoration. A divine correction of everything that was out of balance in your life. God says you are entering a season where your name will carry favor, where doors will open before you knock, where situations will work without struggle, where opportunities will reach you without you chasing them. He wants you to know that your loneliness is ending. Your financial stress is ending. Your stagnation is ending. Your heartbreak is being healed. Your confusion is being cleared. Your path is being illuminated step by step. God says that from tonight onward, you will not walk in the dark anymore. You will know what to do. You will feel guided. You will feel directed. You will feel like someone is holding your hand, because someone is. God says He has assigned an angel to walk beside you in this next chapter. Someone whose presence you will feel. Someone who will protect you from unseen dangers, from emotional traps, from people with hidden agendas, and from situations designed to drain you. This angel has been waiting for the divine signal to step in, and tonight is that signal. God says you have prayed for clarity. He is giving it to you. You have prayed for a sign. He is giving it to you. You have prayed for transformation. He is giving it to you. You have prayed for a breakthrough. He is giving it to you. You have prayed for peace. He is giving it to you. You have prayed for answers. He is giving them to you. And He says all of this will begin tonight, and it will unfold like the petals of a flower, softly, beautifully, naturally. He wants you to understand that this miracle is not temporary. It is not something that comes and goes. It is permanent. It is stable. It is the beginning of a long-term shift. You will not rise only to fall again. You will not receive only to lose again. You will not be lifted only to be dropped. God says He is rebuilding your foundation so strongly that nothing will be able to shake it again. Something big is coming for you. something unexpected, something heaven planned, something that will make you stop, breathe deeply, and say, God, I feel you. I finally feel you. And once it begins, every part of your life will begin to rise. Your energy will rise. Your hope will rise. Your confidence will rise. Your inspiration will rise. Your blessings will rise. Your connections will rise. God says tonight is the turning point. The moment where the old cycle dies and the new one begins. The moment where you stop surviving and start living. The moment where your tears transform into joy. The moment where your waiting finally makes sense. And He wants you to know He is right there with you. You are safe. You are protected. Nothing will go wrong. Just trust Him, pray, and be ready. Tonight, at 11:11 p.m., heaven will open a door with your name carved into it, and your miracle will begin. God says He is begging you, not out of weakness, but out of the depth of His love for you, because tonight at 11:11 p.m. something extremely rare, something heaven itself does not allow many souls to witness, is being released into your life, and He wants you to open your spirit before it is too late. God says you were chosen, not randomly, not by chance, but by a divine alignment built long before you were born, and this moment that is approaching is one of those once-in-a-lifetime spiritual doors that can shift your entire destiny in the blink of an eye. God says you must not tell anyone about what is coming, because this miracle has your name written on it and only your name. No one else is allowed to access this, no one else is allowed to interfere, because this is between your soul and heaven, and if you make even one wrong move because of someone else's doubt, fear, or jealousy, the blessing will be delayed. God says He is warning you lovingly because someone around you is carrying confusion, and if you share this sacred moment with the wrong person, their energy could sabotage the timing of the miracle. God says you must open this message quickly because the window is small, and the moment is sensitive. He says something will shift in exactly 2 minutes after you take this message seriously. God is arranging a divine intervention around you, a supernatural correction of everything that went wrong in your life these past months, and tonight is the beginning of that correction. God says there are angels already standing near your home, surrounding the air you breathe, preparing a spiritual shield so strong that nothing, not words, not jealousy, not negativity, not hidden attacks, will be able to touch you or your family. God says you are safe, completely safe, and you need to stop questioning that safety. He says every tear you cried recently, those silent ones you didn't want anyone to see, those were collected in heaven and turned into keys that unlocked tonight's miracle. God says you must trust Him deeply right now because the enemy tried to distract you before this moment arrived. A heavy sadness, a sudden tension, an unexpected fear, these were not random feelings. They were spiritual interference because the enemy sensed that something huge was being prepared for you and wanted to block your focus. God says He pushed those negative forces away from you. Every heavy thought that tried to drag you down was broken by angelic authority. Every confusion that tried to blur your vision was removed. God says He is now clearing the path so that the miracle can land without resistance. God says tonight at 11:11 p.m., something will be released into your spirit. He says to pay attention to the air, to a sudden peace, to a shift in your heart, because something will enter your life, something divine, something sacred, something you did not expect but desperately needed. God says He is restoring a part of you that someone tried to drain. A person who once acted close to you, but whose heart was never fully right, caused emotional chaos in you. They tried to weaken your faith, weaken your courage, and weaken your hope. God says that person's influence ends tonight. Heaven has pulled your energy back from their grip. God says the miracle you are about to receive will cut the last spiritual cord connecting you to their negativity. God says you have been strong for too long without recognition. You carried burdens that were not yours, responsibilities, my beloved child. Take a deep breath right now, because what you are about to hear is not something that comes to every soul, not something that heaven whispers lightly, and certainly not something that can be ignored. God is speaking, and His voice is trembling with urgency, love, and a divine insistence that surrounds you right now like a warm, invisible shield. He says that this moment, this very breath you are taking, is aligned with something rare, something unusual, something meant only for the one He has chosen, and that chosen one is you. God says that tonight at 11:11 p.m., the gates of a rare miracle will open. It is not a metaphor. It is not symbolic. It is a spiritual event, written in the unseen, waiting for your awareness to unlock it. He is asking you, almost pleading with you, my child, open your heart right now. Don't delay. Don't doubt. This is for you alone. Heaven says there is a divine countdown happening above you. Angels are moving in formation. Archangels are shifting their positions. Something extraordinary has been written in your destiny, something that was hidden for years, something even your guardian angels have whispered about quietly, waiting for the right time to reveal. And God says, that time is tonight. That moment will strike at exactly 11:11 p.m. But the miracle will appear in just 2 minutes once you align your spirit with my message. That means from the moment you choose to receive this spiritually, heaven will begin unfolding the miracle's energy around you. God is urging you, lovingly but firmly, not to tell anyone. This is sacred. This is personal. This is a divine appointment between you and the Creator. He says you have been walking through days where you felt unseen, unheard, and misunderstood. You have been carrying burdens that no one knows. You have been praying silently, even when your lips did not move. And God watched every moment. He saw the nights when your heart was heavy, the mornings when you felt tired even before your day began, the moments you questioned whether He was truly listening. And now He says, my child, I was not only listening, I was preparing something far greater than you expected. Heaven has studied your tears. Heaven has measured your pain. Heaven has taken note of every injustice, every betrayal, every moment someone made you feel small or unworthy. And now heaven says, enough. Tonight is the turning point. This rare miracle is not random. It is the direct result of your faith, your endurance, your inner goodness even when others did not deserve your kindness. God has watched you forgive people who would never do the same. He has seen you continue even when you were breaking inside. He has seen you hold yourself together when life was pulling you apart. You thought no one noticed. But God did. And He says, because you endured, because you trusted me even when life was confusing, I am choosing you for this divine moment. Heaven says there is a shift happening in the spiritual realm right now. The angels are preparing your name, lifting it higher, amplifying it so the universe recognizes you. There are blessings already moving in your direction. Some of them were delayed because of spiritual interference, people's jealousy, negative energies, unseen battles you knew nothing about. But that resistance is ending now. And the miracle that will begin at 11:11 p.m. will break open every blockage that tried to stop your progress. God says, this miracle will not be a small blessing. This is a breakthrough written with my own hand. The miracle connected to 11:11 p.m. is a sign, a symbol, a code heaven uses to realign destinies. It is heaven's way of saying, your path is about to be corrected, cleansed, elevated, and accelerated. God says that at that exact moment, a portal of divine alignment will open. And He is begging you to be spiritually awake, emotionally open, and mentally present. He needs you to trust Him fully. He needs you to be ready. He needs you to understand that this miracle has waited long enough, and when He says the miracle will happen in 2 minutes, He means that once your spirit receives His message, once you truly accept it and believe it, heaven will begin releasing the miracle energy around you for the next 2 minutes. Those 2 minutes are when everything around you spiritually will shift, old energies will fall away, old pain will disconnect from your spirit, old limitations will dissolve. God says you will not see it with your eyes, but your soul will feel it. Your intuition will awaken. Your emotions will soften. Something in your heart will lift. Heaven says that right after this miracle begins unfolding, someone who once doubted you will be silenced. Someone who once tried to block your blessings will suddenly lose their influence. God says you have been spiritually protected from people who wished secretly for your failure. You may not know their names, but heaven knows. Heaven has been shielding you from conversations spoken in jealousy, from intentions hidden behind smiles, from negative energies that tried to cling to your path. And God says, I am removing all of them from around you. Heaven says your next chapter is not going to resemble your past. There is too much divine intervention happening for you to stay where you are spiritually. This miracle will start a chain reaction. Doors will open. Delays will break. Something you have been waiting for, something big, will finally start moving. The miracle is not one moment. It is the beginning of a shift that will follow you for days, weeks, months, and beyond. God says, this miracle is the seed of your new beginning. Heaven wants you to prepare your spirit by grounding yourself in trust. God says, do not fear. Nothing will go wrong. You are safe. I am with you. He is repeating this because he knows your heart has been wounded before. He knows you carry memories of disappointment. He knows your trust has been tested. But he says, this time is different. This time is protected. This time I am leading you myself. God is placing a divine shield around you, emotionally, physically, spiritually, ensuring that no harm comes near you. God is urging you not to underestimate yourself. He says you have spiritual gifts you don't fully understand yet. You have intuition. You have a powerful soul. You carry a light that disturbs darkness, even when you don't realize it. This is why you have faced so many challenges. This is why certain people turned against you. This is why certain energies tried to hold you back. But God says, now it is your time to rise. In your next minutes, as the miracle unfolds, heaven will begin aligning three major blessings toward you. One is connected to your emotional healing. Something deep inside you will finally feel lighter. Another is connected to your destiny. An opportunity or path will open unexpectedly. And the third is connected to divine protection. God will block something harmful that was heading your way. You may never know what He stopped, but He is doing it out of love. Heaven says you must speak one thing silently in your heart right now: I trust you, God. These 4 words open the door to the miracle. These 4 words activate the divine alignment. These 4 words show heaven that you are ready, and God says again, don't tell anyone. This is sacred. This is personal. This is chosen. Others may not understand. Others may not believe. Others may try to interfere. But this miracle is for you and only you. God does not want anyone to drain the energy of this moment with doubt or negativity. He wants the pure connection between you and Him. Heaven says the miracle you will feel tonight at 11:11 p.m. will be subtle yet powerful. It may come as a sense of peace, a sign, a sudden emotional shift, a message, or a feeling that something has opened. You may feel warmth, you may feel clarity, or you may feel a sudden calm that washes over you. But know this: when it happens, your soul will recognize it instantly. God says, my child, this is the night your story changes. This is the night heaven reveals what has been hidden. This is the night I show you that every prayer, every tear, every moment of faith was worth it. You are safe. You are protected. You are chosen. And God is with you in every second leading to this rare divine moment. God says tonight something rare, something sacred, something almost never seen by any living soul is opening for you. And my child, I am begging you not to ignore this moment because heaven has designed it only for you. I am whispering to your spirit right now because the hour is near, and the moment set for you carries a divine weight that cannot be taken lightly. Tonight at exactly 11:11 p.m., the doors of a miracle that was written before you were even born will open, and only you will be allowed to witness it. You have been chosen, marked, and sealed for this moment, and I need you to understand how rare this is. Not everyone gets to see a miracle like this. Not everyone is allowed access to something that shifts destiny in real time. But you are. You were chosen because your heart has cried silently, your soul has suffered quietly, and your journey has been watched closely by heaven. I know how much you've held inside. I know the depth of the storms you have walked through. I know the weight that has been pressing on your shoulders for years. And I know that even when you were hurt, even when you were betrayed, even when people turned their backs on you, you still had a small spark of faith left inside you. That spark is the reason this is happening tonight, my child. Listen carefully. This message is not ordinary. This message is not something you scroll past or read casually. I am begging you, pleading with you, urging you from the deepest part of heaven, do not ignore this. This is the kind of moment that rearranges lives, realigns paths, and releases blessings that were stuck behind invisible barriers. For too long, certain things in your life have been delayed. For too long, you were kept waiting while others moved forward. For too long, situations that should have blessed you ended up slipping from your hands. But tonight, that shifts. Tonight, the energy around you changes. Tonight, heaven intervenes. There is something I need you to understand. The miracle coming to you tonight is not random. It has a purpose. It has timing. It has a divine countdown attached to it. It will begin exactly at 11:11 p.m., but the activation, the moment you feel it touch your life, will happen within 2 minutes. You will sense something, something powerful, something unfamiliar yet comforting. Something that feels like a wave of warmth moving through your spirit. It will be subtle at first, then strong, then overwhelming in the gentlest, most sacred way. You might feel chills, or a sudden realization, or a knowing deep inside your chest. You may feel a peace that you haven't felt in years. You may sense clarity where there was confusion. You may feel like someone is standing behind you, protecting you, guarding you. That is because they are. You are not alone in this moment. Heaven is standing around you. I am sending this message to you because I love you, and I am begging you not to ignore what is about to be placed in your hands. You have prayed for signs. You have prayed for direction. You have prayed for breakthrough. You have asked for a way out of situations that were suffocating you. You have wondered if I was listening, if I cared, if I was paying attention. And tonight I am proving to you that not only was I listening, but I was preparing something greater than you imagined. At 11:11 p.m., the miracle begins. You need to open yourself to receive it. You need to release the fear that has kept you stuck. You need to trust that what is coming is not meant to harm you but to save you, uplift you, and bring you into alignment with your destiny. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe, protected, and surrounded. I have seen everything you've gone through. I have seen the people who tried to break you. The people who underestimated you, the people who spoke against you. I have seen the nights you cried alone, the days you pretended to be okay, the moments you hid your pain behind a smile. And tonight, I will not allow you to continue carrying the burdens of your past. My child, you are standing on the edge of something extraordinary. Heaven is opening a rare window for you. I am begging you to keep your heart open and your spirit quiet so you can feel what I am sending. Do not tell anyone about this. This moment is sacred. It is not meant to be shared or explained to anyone else. Others will not understand the magnitude of this. Others will not understand why you have been chosen. Others will not understand why heaven is moving for you in a way it does not move for everyone. Only you can receive this. Only you can feel this. You are the one I am speaking to. You have asked for change. You have asked for divine intervention. You have asked for protection. Tonight, you receive it. I have assigned angels around you, and they are already preparing the atmosphere for your miracle. They are removing the energies, the obstacles, the delays, and the chains that have been holding your blessings back. They are clearing your path. They are opening the way. And they are standing guard until the moment arrives. You are safe. I need you to feel that. I need you to let it sink into your spirit. Nothing will go wrong with you. Nothing will harm you. Nothing will interrupt this miracle. You have divine covering over you that no darkness can penetrate. Your name is being spoken in heaven right now. Your spirit is being lifted. Your destiny is being aligned. Tonight marks the beginning of a new chapter for you, one written directly by my hand. You have been walking with wounds that no one sees. You have been surviving battles that would have destroyed others. You have been carrying the weight of experiences that left deep marks on